Good morning. Welcome, everyone, to another edition of the First Family of Las Vegas's Daily Free Winner Show, brought to you by who? The best website on the planet, your one-stop sports betting shop, SportsMemo. Now, before we bring out today's guests, and we've got an all-star panel for you guys today, before we bring out today's guests and give out free winners for today's action, you can notice Dionne is not here. Apparently, the kid still got it. I wore her out last night. I'm just kidding, guys. Even though I still got it, there's no doubt about that. She's still feeling the effects of our second go-around with COVID. So prayers to Dionne. We hope she gets better very quickly. We hope she can make tomorrow's broadcast. If she can, she can't. But we want to thank all of you. So many of you have sent so many nice thoughts and prayers and comments and warm sentiments for us getting better. We really do appreciate that. Thank you. Say an extra prayer for Dan because she's really not feeling too well today. But having said that, guys, while the cat's away, the mice will play. I am unsupervised, so you never know what's going to happen. You may see me eating chocolate this morning for breakfast or even running around the house with scissors. Sports fans, later today, tune into Full Count, the MLB Sports Betting Show live, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. My good buddy John Ryan will be hosting. Joining him will be Eric Pauly and Jesse Schul. Tomorrow, I'll be wearing the hosting hat. Joining me will be Dr. Chuck and Kevin Thomas. So tune into that. Tune into both shows before you make any of your baseball betting decisions. Also, the great folks over at SportsMemo, no one rivals SportsMemo for customer appreciation. They've allowed Dionne and myself to do a 3-day all sports inclusive package. You get one D'Amico, you get two D'Amicos, $59, all sports, no code necessary. We've got a great show today, guys. Joining the First Family is Mr. Cabang himself, Ronald Cabang. We've got JR, no, not Ewing. We got the better-looking, more famous, better capper, John Ryan. And we've got the guy who's been busting books all season long, Don Buster. Let's bring this good-looking cast on the show. Ronald, John, Don, welcome. Happy Thursday to all of you.
Good morning, everyone.
Happy morning, everyone.
I did. Ronald, we get a lot of talk. Everybody wants to know about why you left singing. You wrote the big hit song Cabang back in the day. John Ryan, JR, we call him the more famous. No, not Ewing. He's more famous, better looking, and a better capper. And the bookie buster himself, Don Buster. This is a really good panel of experts, guys. Some perennial leaderboard fixtures. So without any further ado, we're going to go with a guy and he's got a very nice special going on. I know that the last 2 years, we just found this out yesterday, Ronald and myself. Ronald is the number one guy the last 2 years on SportsMemo in NBA. Correct, Ronald?
Yep, I just sent that yesterday.
And taking names, and he's kicking butt and taking names in WNBA. He's going to tell you about a special he's got going on over at SportsMemo where you get WNBA and NBA, and he's got another free winner for you. Ronald, take it away, buddy.
Yeah, my free winner today. I'm looking at the WNBA, the Lynx and the Aces. The Lynx are coming off their first win of the season over the LA Sparks, so they're coming in with a little bit of momentum here after losing their first 4 games of the season. Two things to note on the Lynx side here. Mariah Jefferson has started 2 games in a row, and their offense has looked much, much more efficient with her on the court. She's averaging 18 points per game and 5.5 assists per game in her 2 starts. Then after adding Kayla McBride to the mix in the last game, now they have a solid backcourt duo to support Sylvia Fowles. On the Aces side, they just won 2 straight games by double digits. So to me, I'm looking for a little bit of a letdown here. They just beat the Phoenix Mercury. Now they play the last place team in the Western Conference. Then they go back and they stay home, but they face the Mercury once again. So you can call it sort of like a mini sandwich by here, like a look ahead here towards another playoff contending team in the Mercury. So I see the Aces getting the outright win here. They are the better team overall, but I do think the Lynx keep it close and fight till the end. Possibly a 5 to 7 point game here. So take the Minnesota Lynx plus 11.5. I think the number is just too large for the Aces to cover. And when it comes to a special, the special that Joe was speaking of, it's a NBA and WNBA all access package for $199. So that's $1.28 per day for all the way up to the NBA and WNBA finals. That $1.28 per day for everything there for all basketball, and in all basketball package, in all basketball bets in the last few days, 11-3 run right now. So seeing the board pretty well in the NBA playoffs and in the WNBA overall. So hopefully I could just continue that trajectory with the WNBA and for everyone that gets this all access package.
Ronald says, take the Minnesota Lynx plus 11.5. Plus, he's got that great package, $1.28 a day. Ronald, over on Boulder Highway, you can't get a buffet or a lap dance for $1.28. Actually, there is one strip club over there. They have a buffet in there. It's $1.28 a lap dance. The girls have 3 teeth. It's like 42 cents a tooth. So we want to thank you, Ronald. I know you've got to take off. You've got some things you've got to do. Plus, you got to get some more winners up on Sports Memo. We wish you a great day. We'll be hyping you at the end of the show. God bless and thank you, buddy.
Yeah, take care, guys.
Guys, we're going to go to our next star. We've Ronald had to go. Apparently happy hour ends very, very early up in Washington State. Speaking of happy hour, our second panelist today, he is all over the leaderboards. He sends me his stats in the morning when he's going to be on the show. Too many for me to read, John. I read War and Peace once. I had to put it down halfway through. That's how good you are, John. You're the best with those stats. And guys, he is the more famous JR. For all you people that are as old as me, you remember J.R. Ewing back in the 80s. He was a big deal. We have a bigger deal now in John Ryan. John's got some wonderful things he's doing over at Sports Memo. Plus, he's got a free winner for you. John Ryan, take it away.
Thank you as always, Joe. Big shout out to Dionne, and I hope you get better soon and quickly. Especially, it must be hard to get better with having a husband as great as Joe is. I'll say it that way. Politically correct, right? So anyway, we have been rolling here pretty good. We had side and total last night in game 1 with the Warriors and the under. 4%ers. We're now 27-11 for 71% run here. 16-4 for 80% totals for the whole entire season of NBA totals. I have a 4%er locked in right now at sportsmemo.com at a discounted price. So I encourage you to get on board and just enjoy when I'm seeing the card as good as I am right now, because it doesn't always last. Anyway, in the baseball, I'm on the Houston Astros here. This team is 10 games over 500. They have Framber Valdez, the lefty on the hill, going up against Texas Rangers' Glenn Otto, who's been really struggling of late. Guys, the Houston Astros had 2 hits yesterday, and they had scored 1 run in their loss to the Boston Red Sox, who took 2 out of 3 from those guys, which is maybe a sign that Boston's starting to play better, especially when they get out of that American League East gauntlet, which is by far the most difficult division in all of baseball. But did you know that teams that are home favorites on the -1.5 run line, that are an elite team, that are outscoring their opponents by at least a run per game on the season, and are coming off a game where they didn't score more than a run? It's pretty darn good. 38-14 record for 73% winners over the last 5 seasons. The $100 bettor, you guys and gals out there that bet $100 a game, you would have made $2,550 over the last 5 seasons just with this one single system. So I encourage you to write this thing down and follow it for the rest of the Major League Baseball season and for the seasons to come, because this thing is time tested and it works. So I'm on Houston -1.5. with Framber Valdez boxed.
There you go, sports fans. JR, John Ryan, the one and only on the Astros. John, always a great analysis, always the technical angle. It's just, I've been doing this for over 30 years here in Vegas, and I've worked alongside some of the biggest and the best. I haven't seen anybody as technically good as you, and I love you, and we adore you. I know you have to take off today, too. Sports fans, after the show, take advantage of some of those great discounts SportsMemo has to offer for John Ryan. He is on fire. We love John Ryan. Apparently, he has to take off. He's got to meet Ronald for happy hour. They can't miss those IPAs. I know those special on the IPAs, John. That's your angle, isn't it?
Well, Joe, to be honest with you, yeah, we have to get to happy hour because we do the 12:30 Eastern Standard Time NBA triple-double show together Monday through Friday. So we got to get primed. We got to get revved up and get hydrated. We don't want to get dehydrated during the show and pass out.
There you go. Especially the amount of work you do, John. You're one of the hardest working guys I've ever seen in this business, and your success certainly is in your numbers. We see that. The proof, you walk it like you talk it. I know you've got to take off. We'll be promoting you at the end of the show again. We thank you for stopping by the First Family Show for breakfast. Have a great show this afternoon, the MLB show and your basketball show, and good luck this weekend, John. Have a great day.
Take care.
Yeah, a very hard worker coming up next in Don Buster.
I love Don Buster. He's one of my favorites, man. This is third and fourth. This is like Ruth and Garrick batting third and fourth in the lineup. Don Buster, Joey D. We got to follow a great leadoff and a great second hitter in Ronald and you, John. But we want to thank you again. You are the best. I love having you on the show in the morning. It's a great way to start off the day. Such great energy, great technical analysis. And guys, tune in later today to both the baseball and the basketball shows. John Ryan will be hosting both. Guys, we're going to go from John Ryan to a guy who's busting books all season long, Mr. Don Buster. Don, and then there were two. We started with four. There were two. So it's just us. We could talk about Ronald and John now. They're both gone. No, I'm kidding. How are you, Don? You haven't been – last week I had some technical issues. You know, we had some normally in Vegas, which I love. This is my home. It's been my home for over 32 years. I love it here. It's the entertainment capital of the world, the gambling capital of the world. We got the best hotels, the best restaurants, the best shopping, best day in nightclubs. We're centrally located. I love it. However, we're still in the middle of nowhere. And when we get hit, if rain happens, we start flooding. If we get hit with winds, we have issues with technology. So like 20, 30 mile an hour winds, you're going to have problems with your cable and stuff like that. We got hit with over 70 mile an hour winds a week and a half ago. And I'll tell you what, Don, I don't know, Don and I talk a lot about, Don and I, we like what we do. We love what we do. And we're very good at it, but we enjoy our time away from what we do. So Don and I talk a lot about our family and our recreation time. And Don spends a lot of his time enjoying himself, and he should, because he works his butt off. He's earned that right. I spend a lot of time here in Vegas. I'm a sun god in my backyard, and I've got a huge backyard, Don. I've got 4 professional grills. I got a couple of gazebos. I got wood and propane gas heaters. I got sitting areas. I got lounging areas. I got other areas. You name it. I got misting systems. I got a refrigerator and a keg out back under the eaves. It's great. But one of my lounges, I have a clam-shaped lounge, that kind of like you see at the hotels here in Vegas by the pool. It weighs 200-something pounds. It was in my pool last week. So we got hit with, the winds were that bad. And let me tell you something. You know, back when I was working out a lot, I was about 211, 213. I'm about 5'6", 5'7". Now I slimmed down. So when the winds could move 200-something pound lounges, I'm only 185 these days. There's no way I'm going outside, but it wreaked havoc on our cable, and we had to cancel a couple of shows. But unfortunately, we missed Don's regular Wednesday appearance last week, and we were lucky to have him on today. How have you been, Don? We've missed you. So we'll talk games in a minute. How have you been?
Yeah, been fine, Joe. And as you said, I know what it's like being here in Mexico, having to sometimes deal with the internet and storms. When we're here in November, it's just the end of the hurricane season. Luckily for us, we live around the top of the point where we really don't get hit, but we have been, I guess they were hit really bad hurricane about 18 years ago. But right now we do get a lot of wind, a lot of rain, mostly in November. And that's what really will take out, as you say, take out the internet and do stuff. But I'll have to tell you, since I have this new setup going, I've had a great year with the internet, so I don't want to jinx myself on that. It's been good. It's been good when I do the puck time shows this year, but yeah, I've had some trouble in the past. But I understand it's very frustrating when you don't have the internet. And but I'm glad. Technology is it's great, but it's not too good when it's not working, right?
Absolutely,
and we all rely on it. So when all of a sudden you don't have your phone that works, or if you don't have your computer that works, and if you're in the business that we are in, constantly having to research and do things on the computer or on the phone, it does make life a little difficult. So we're kind of buying to that technology.
I will say one thing, Don, and you and I, like I said, I've touched on it a minute ago. We do enjoy our recreation, and we work hard. We should enjoy it. There is an enormous peace in knowing, when you shut your phone off, or you don't have to do something, or you don't have to be up a certain time. I still have to get up to handicap games. I have personal clients and other commitments, and still have to post games on websites. But I do highly recommend for some of you out there, for all of you out there, even if it's for 30 minutes a day, shut your phone off. It is nice when you're not going to get a call or a text or something to just mess with your serenity. So that's my advice. There you go. Don, you were missed last week.
That's pretty good advice, Joe.
It's good advice, man. It really is. And I'm going to tell you now, another month or so from now, I'm going to be taking a little time off. 40 feet that way, I'll be sitting by that pool every day by 9 a.m. with a cold cocktail in my hand, soaking up the sun, putting some great food on the grill, enjoying my wife, my dogs, my dad, enjoying that life and just relaxing, recharging to get ready for football. But, Don, you were missed last week. You were really missed, and we miss you. Dionne and I miss you when you're not around. And I know the people out there miss you because you're so darn good. You're so entertaining, but you're such a successful capper. I'm lucky to have you on today. I know you got a few things you'd like to tell everyone about, and then you've got a free winner for everyone as well.
Yeah, well, thanks, Joe, and all the best to Dionne. I'm hopefully she'll come out of this no problem. I'm sure she will. Real fighter from what I see, so she'll be just fine, I'm sure, in a couple of days. Over at SportsMemo tonight, Joe, we have our 5% NHL release going. Been really good with 5% plays all year. Actually, since I was at with the Wager Talk family, let's say, for it'd be 6 years now. I can't believe time goes by fast, and we've been really good with 5% plays. We have the way we do things with to put out these plays, or not put out willy nilly. They all have to hit every parameter to make it, and we have one tonight. We're 75%, 12-4 last 16 NHL plays for the year. It's 9 for the year, maybe even goes back a little farther. We're hitting 82% in all 5% plays, 27, 6-1 in our last 34 5% plays. So head over to SportsMemo and grab that one. We, as you say, missed last week because of the internet stuff that you guys had problems with, but had 3 straight winners on this show. So now, and we were talking about doing work and that. And the reason why I missed yesterday, as you know, Joe, I don't want to, I'm not tooting my horn or anything, but yeah, I was up to 4 o'clock in the morning doing the PGA package and doing, well, not just sort of the package for myself, obviously, because that's what we do. And we just put out the information for people that likes, certain sports. But yeah, I was up all night doing that. And I just asked if it would all right, if I could make it the Thursday instead of the Wednesday. Hopefully that will not ruin my nice 3-0 run I'm on here in NHL. So tonight, we have St. Louis first period money line plus 155. And this might sound familiar to a bunch of you because this is the exact play I used on Puck Time on Tuesday. We played this on Tuesday. You can say we got a little lucky, but it was the best period that St. Louis played because Colorado dominated the game in every aspect. They outshot them 54-25. They out-hit them 47-39. They even out-faced off them, which they should be in the home club, but 34-19. So they dominated that game. They probably could have won, who knows, 8-2, 8-3. But what ended up happening, St. Louis gets them to overtime. So they did lose in overtime, but this is a reason why we come back with this same play, because St. Louis just looked terrible, and they're not that bad of a club. We know how good Colorado just looks, as I said, even on Tuesday. They look destined to be in the Stanley Cup final. But we really like St. Louis's experience in these situations. They know to a man, they put on a performance like they did on Tuesday. They have no chance. They might as well just not even get on the ice tonight. So what we always like to do, a team in this situation, we believe they will come out as they will have their best period, maybe the first period again. Will they be able to overcome how good Colorado is? That will remain to be seen. I believe they'll play a much better game. And one area that they do have had a little bit of an advantage on Colorado is on special teams. In that game 1, they only had 1 power play. They scored on it. Colorado had 3, and they were 0 for 3. St. Louis, all year, they had, I think it was the second best power play, or fifth best power play and second best penalty kill, something like that. They were in the top 5 in both areas, and that is about the only bright spot they had in game 1. We look for that experience. We look for Bennington to bring 2019 NHL Stanley Cup Bennington, and he did play that well in game 1. So we look for him to keep that up, and we look for a first period win, or even if we tie, we push the game. But we're getting plus 155, and we can't turn that down again.
There you go, sports fans. Don Buster. Doing some great work overall, but always on the show. He's been very lucky for all of you viewers out there. He's St. Louis first period, money line plus 155. Don, will you stick around a couple of minutes while I do my...
Of course I will, Joe. I'm interested to see what you have going for everybody.
Thank you, buddy. Don will be right back at the end of the show. Sports fans, I've got to tell you right now, I walk it like I talk it. When I win, I don't have a problem talking about it because, like Pete Rose said, ain't bragging because you're backing it up. But when I lose, I'm very transparent about it. Maybe because the losses are few and far between. Maybe because of the integrity that I've had always as a gambler, as a sports bettor, as a handicapper, and here that I have over at SportsMemo. I took an awful loss last night in the NBA. But as a multi-time NBA handicapping champion, I will bounce back today, redeem myself, and get everyone paid. Even Dice likes it. He's barking about it. That's right. I have the Eastern Conference Finals Game 2 matchup winner between the Celtics and the Miami Heat. So follow a proven NBA postseason winner all the way to the bank. I have this game posted right now in SportsMemo. Just $7. I'm not going to price gouge you because I'm not going to say, hey, I got this game of the year type of situation today. I want everybody to get a win today because I lost for everyone yesterday. A lot of you put your faith in me. That's unacceptable to me. I will bounce back. Let's go to today's free winner, my friends. Let's head on over to Chi-Town for an NL matchup. You know, friends, traditionally the Chicago Cubs have had trouble away from home, and when playing in Wrigley, we're always successful. However, this year, just 9-9 on the road and a deplorable 6-12 when playing in their own house. I'm not usually in the habit of siding with a team that's dropped 6 consecutive outings, but I do like the pitching matchup very much today. Zach Gallen has been outstanding this season, guys. The team has won 4 of his 6 starts, and in those 6 starts, 34.1 innings pitched. He is 2-0 with a 1.05 ERA. Folks, he has not allowed more than 2 runs in a single outing this season. By the way, guys, he has fanned 35 while only walking 5 in that span. Marcus Stroman takes the mound at home. I've never been a big fan, guys. The team has lost 4 of his 5 starts on the campaign. While he does come off his best turn so far this season, he's still 1-3 with a 5.13 ERA so far. Chicago is 2-6 the last 8 in game 1 of a series. 10-28 the last 38 home games versus right-handed starters. 7-16 overall the last 23 versus right-handed starters. And overall 15-36 the last 51 at home. Guys, I'm going to go again to hamstring the Cubs lineup while he's on the hill. So I'll take the Diamondbacks minus $1.15 for the first 5 innings. I like that. Go over to SportsMemo after the show. Get that winner tonight in the NBA. I promise you it's a winner. Let's bring Don back. Don, so John and Ronald had to go make last call. It's just me and you. It's the meat of the order. It's Ruth and Garrick, baby. It's Mantle and Maris. Don, before I run down a few things, any closing thoughts or comments?
Well, the only comment I have is right after this show, Joe, I'm going to go over bet your play. I like that play now that you explained that. That's a pretty good play. Good hunting there. I like that.
I have to bet yours, buddy, because every time you're on the show, I do put a little something. Not a big hockey guy, and I stay with what I know and what I'm good at. You know, but I've played your last few plays. I think I played 2 of the 3. I've won them. I'm very happy with them. I give a lot of credit to Ronald. You know, I don't know a lot about the WNBA. I've been gambling I've been in the gambling business since I'm 10 years old with football sheets in the schoolyard. I don't do WNBA. I don't do a lot of hockey. As a matter of fact, Don, I got in trouble when I had my national radio show. Somebody said something about the Aces coming to town, and I said something like, to quote Tom Hanks in A League of Their Own, women aren't what you play with during the game, they're what you play with afterwards. And they got flooded. They got flooded with calls. But our listenership went up, and I got more sponsors. So what can you say? But I give a lot of credit, man. You know, and I'm going to be playing your play. You brought up a lot of great points. Let me do a couple of quick announcements. Then we'll sign off. Sports fans, tune in later today to Full Count, the MLB Sports Betting Show live, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. As my buddy, excuse me, COVID. As my buddy John Ryan will be hosting and joining him today, Eric Pauly and Jesse Schul tomorrow. I'm going to be wearing that hosting hat. I'm going to be joined by Dr. Chuck and Kevin Thomas. So tune into that before you make any of your baseball decisions. Also, Dionne, who is not here today, she's still ill, but she still posted today. She's a trooper. And by the way, Don, thank you for your kind words. She heard it down the hall during your segment. She peeked her head out. She said, she waved and told Don and said, thank you. The wonderful folks at SportsMemo have given Dionne and myself a 3-day all-inclusive special. You get 2 D'Amicos, 3 days, $59, no code necessary. We would love it if you followed the SportsMemo YouTube page. Go over there, follow it, man. We do this show every day. We do the MLB show. John Ryan does some stuff, a lot of stuff. Ross Benjamin. Go to SportsMemo Twitter channel, Twitter page, excuse me. Go follow that Twitter page. I'm going to tell you now, the best collection of cappers are at SportsMemo, and they post a ton of free stuff. You'll love it. Also, follow Ronald, follow John, follow Don Buster. Don, what is your Twitter?
Don_Buster.
And Joe D'Amico wins is mine, at Joe D'Amico wins. Guys, let me run down the games. Ronald said, take the Lynx plus 11.5 in the WNBA. JR, not Ewing, we're talking Ryan, said the Astros on the run line, -1.5, -105. Don Buster, what did you have, buddy?
St. Louis first period money line plus 155.
And Joey D is taking the Diamondbacks first 5 -$1.15. I really do like Galen today. Sports fans, on behalf of Sports Memo, Ronald, John, Don, and myself, this is Joe D'Amico. Good luck and have a winning day.